Hey guys, welcome to Lake Stevens Auto Detailing. Today we've got this 2016 F-150. I think it's got either a 3 or 6 inch lift, I'm not entirely sure. And the guy's fitted on 35-inch tires. He's got some massive wheels on there. But this thing's been on lots of hunting trips and been through the car wash many times, so the black paint is in dire need of polishing. There's scratches all over this thing. Both sides are pretty much looking identical. The other side wasn't in the sun area, so I didn't really show that side. It's just hard to see if you don't have good sunlight. I'm kind of glaring out on that black paint, but you can see there's just scratches all over this place. In person, this is the worst vehicle that I've had to polish out, and it's just, yeah, it was bad. So I've got quite a bit of work ahead of ourselves. I'm just doing a cursory wash on the wheels and tires. The guy just put them on. They're pretty much brand new, so he got a little bit of dust and stuff on there when he drove it over, but I'm not going crazy on the wheels and tires or anything. I'm just using some soapy water and then rinsing them off, so get it clean with the rest of the vehicle. And then yeah, we'll do the wash and decontaminate on the paint, and then get her dried off and bring it into the shop because it's supposed to be sunny. And then I'm not fighting with the polishes on the black paint, which, if you guys are detailers, you know, polishing out in the sun on a black vehicle is almost insanity, even with the Washington weather not terribly as hot as Arizona, Las Vegas, some of those areas, but that black paint, it just absorbs the heat of the sun like crazy. And whenever you can polish in a garage or shop or anything, that is always the goal. You have, hopefully, if you've got good lighting, you can see just as good as if the vehicle's out in the sun, but you're not fighting with the heat and everything from the sun blasting down on you and beating you and the paint up. This is a bit of a longer detail, a little more involved in things, and the video is a bit longer than normal. So I'm going to put chapters, little timeline parts in the video, so if you want to skip around to different parts, you can kind of see what's going on. I'll try to make them detailed so you can skip around on the video if you want, or if you would like to watch the whole thing, feel free to do so, of course. I've also got Amazon affiliate links in the video description, so if you buy anything on Amazon, go ahead and click on one of those links and then make your purchases on Amazon that you normally would, and I get a small little kickback. That kind of helps my channel because I'm not monetized, so anytime I'm spending video editing and things like that, it's all on my own time whenever I have some free time to do that. Even with this bigger lift and the bigger wheels and tires and stuff, this thing's sitting on 35s. My F-350 is sitting on stock 33s, and it doesn't have a lift at all. I think the F-150 is maybe 2 inches higher than my F-350, so it kind of goes to show you how much bigger and taller and heavier duty the F-250 and 350s are compared to the 150s. But a lot of the F-150s, they're fine for pretty much almost anything that people need to do. If you're not towing real heavy or you don't have big payload, it does great. Only thing with the F-150s is if you are towing a travel trailer, any sizable travel trailer, and you got a family in tow, you're likely to go over your payload, especially if you're bringing camping gear and stuff. It's pretty easy to go over. Before I use any of my foam pads, I like to prime it in my pad washer. I'm just using water at this point because the pad's not dirty, it's already been cleaned, but I'm just priming it, getting it a little bit damp so I don't have to use so much polish. There's no sense in wasting it. But I'll be using the DIY Detail, the gold standard polish, and we'll be trying out some different pads, seeing what works. And kind of nice that they got a little trigger sprayer for the spray, so you won't be using as much. You don't have to use the traditional 4 blops on there. And we'll be trying out the DIY Detail microfiber cutting pad, so we'll get that primed up as well. and we'll get the show on the road, see what this is going to take. With as bad as the black paint was, I knew I was going to have to go into some heavy cutting, so I'm just going straight to the microfiber pad from DIY. I don't want to waste a bunch of time messing around with the orange pad or something lighter, because with the condition of the paint, it needs a heavy cut. Right here in this bottom truck bed area on the lower corner, common to the rear bumper, that big long scratch, that's probably the deepest scratch, so I'm not expecting to take that out. I'm just going to try to minimize things as best as possible, because you'll likely burn through the clear coat trying to chase that scratch and stuff. So we'll just see what kind of progress we can make on this, and then we'll just keep trucking forward. We've got quite a bit of the vehicle to do, so we're just going to make the progress that we can and do the best job we can without removing too much clear coat, because we got to think about longevity for the guy. He's going to want to keep the truck for years to come and not want to repaint it anytime soon. After I apply the polish to the pad, I do like to spread it out over the panel a little bit. You don't have to do that part, but it's just my preference. And then I set it on the lowest setting just to kind of spread the polish out, and then I'll bump it up a couple more speed settings to get a little more cut on there. And I don't usually turn it up very high. The lowest setting on the DeWalt 15mm DA polisher is 2000 RPM. And I'll show you the before and after here. A couple passes here. Let me zoom in a little bit. Really stored a lot of clarity. I mean, you can see that scratch still, but the depth of the paint, the gloss, much better. And then we go up here, just scratch and swirl city. I usually put it up to 2500, 2750 when I'm cutting. You don't want a lot of heat for buffing up the clear coat. That's kind of the enemy. So I keep my rotating speed not up a whole lot. I try to keep the pad cool and moist, and just keep everything working for me, keep it clean, keep it nice. And so the max rotating I think is like 5500, but I've never used anything, I don't think, over 3000. You can still get a nice cut at about 2500 RPM, and the battery lasts a lot longer when you're not working the DA polisher, because I'm using cordless, which I really like using the cordless. Don't have to mess around with wires draping over the truck or draping the electrical cord over the back ear back, and just trying to keep the cords and everything out of the way so you're not scratching the vehicle. I like cordless. I have a 3-inch polisher that's corded, and there's a time and a place for that when you've got real tight areas that you can't get in with the big polisher. But for the most part, you can get pretty much everything with the larger polisher. Getting little corners and stuff, sometimes you will need that little 3-inch polisher, but it's not too terribly often. I'm kind of curious, what do you guys like using? What brand of polisher do you guys enjoy using? What do you typically use? And what's your normal go-to polishing compound and pad that you start off with on your average vehicle? Nothing crazy, not a paint enhancement. We'll just say like a one-step correction on just a regular average vehicle. What polish and pad do you normally use? Let me know in the comments below. I'm kind of curious to hear your guys' suggestions and tips on that. So if you can see, I haven't buffed here at all. Then go over where I have polished.
you.